The Beyblade X hold launcher is the newest and probably the most powerful and comfortable launcher out right now. With its sword-like style, it was like unsheathing a sword to send your Beyblades into battle. However, it was missing something, and that was the handle and guard attachments for the ripcord. This is how it all came about. The whole launcher is a new launcher recently released in the Samurai Saber Starter Pack. The character that uses Samurai Saber and the launcher, Tanka Shiraboshi, has a samurai-like design in the anime as she practices a Beyblade martial arts style. Like I said in the video, the whole launcher is pretty powerful and the ripcord for the launcher is longer than other standard launchers in Beyblade X. Even Tenka in the anime launches like she unsheaths the sword. So I thought we should make the ripcord into a katana. The launcher part itself is already like the case that the katana sheets into, and all that is needed is the handle. And with 3D printing technology now at our disposal, it's now possible. I remember seeing this picture on my Twitter timeline a while before I got the Samurai Saber Pack, and I remember seeing a video demonstration on it, but the original poster, Yaochi, or I think that's how you pronounce it, just disappeared and I couldn't find them again. Therefore, the file to print it was lost, and my dumbass doesn't have the ability to actually design one from scratch. But that all changed when I made this post on Twitter, mostly as a joke, showing the original picture I found since I had it saved, and it got quite a decent amount of attention. This user on Twitter actually reached out to me and emailed me the original files to 3D print everything we will need for the handle attachment. Thank you to @Zawarodo Obahebu, you were the real MVP here. Now, because I can't use my 3D printer because of work rules and all that, I sent the files out to my friend Paulo from Let's Go Hobby Shop here in Winnipeg to get them printed for me. Paulo's also the one that made me this awesome deck box for my Beyblade team, and I just got the results back, so let's take a look at it together. I guess I'm reviewing 3D prints now, huh? So after getting these printed, there are 3 parts to this attachment. The handle, or the tsuka as it's called, the cover that goes over the ripcord itself, and the guard ring, or the tsuba as it's traditionally called. When Paulo originally printed this for me, the tsuba was black because he didn't have any gold filament. But I snuck a printing session at work to quickly get a gold tsuba printed, so I'm using that instead. So how you put it together, you take the ripcord and place it inside the handle on the side that goes into the hold launcher. You slide the cover over top, and then you slide the guard from top of the ripcord all the way down until it clicks into place and it all holds together. And we have our katana ripcord. When you put it into the hold launcher, it looks insanely cool. It was definitely a good choice to reprint the guard with gold filament since it gives it the extra flair. The grip has indentation space to grip your fingers onto. There is Chinese writing on the side of it. I read it in Cantonese as Singim Yetsim, which roughly translates to star/one flash, which I guess is supposed to mean faster than a shooting star or something. I don't know. The original maker, I guess, was Chinese. Normally, the tsuka would be wrapped in tsukaito, or wrapping, but the maker went ahead and just made indentation of it on the handle to indicate that design, though it just looks like 3 X's in an innuendous way. Some things to keep in mind is that the ripcord's pin sticks out on the side, but that is actually not an issue, and actually it reflects how katanas are held together by 1 or 2 bamboo pegs, or meikugi as traditionally called. For this instance, since this is a toy, it's held together by the connections on the tsuba. And because this is not supposed to be an exact katana, there is going to be a bit of spacing in the area where the ripcord doesn't go through. Another thing is that the clip on the cover is able to break very easily, and that is part of what keeps the guard secured on the handle, so my advice, don't even touch that part. Don't fiddle with it, don't try to bend it, don't play with it, just leave it alone. I imagine that this is still tournament legal to use because this attachment is for the end of the ripcord where you pull from, and it doesn't at all change the performance or function of the hold launcher itself. This is purely a cosmetic change. Letting it rip feels a lot more powerful with this attachment, and it definitely helps my grip on the ripcord since sometimes I slip while I held the end of it and it causes me to misfire. So plugging a score on this katana attachment, I'm giving this a 96%. There are some things I think could be improved, like making the handle a bit longer or adding more layers to the clip so it won't break easily, or making the guard to fit a bit tighter because admittedly it is a bit loose for the sake of easy dismantling, but that's nothing some heat and recooling won't fix. But overall, it's an amazing attachment that feels so awesome and is super helpful with holding on to the ripcord as you pull, and it's just so awesome and cool looking. Really appreciate this file being shared with me, and just to pay it forward, if you guys want to print one out for yourself, I'll leave a link in the pinned comments to a Google Drive that I placed all the files in, so you can download them all, and then you can print one off yourself. Big thank you to Zawardo for sharing this with me. Big thank you to Paolo from Let's Go Hobby Shop for printing this for me, and also let me know what you all think of this in the comments down below. Support this channel by pressing the thumbs up, and give us a subscribe for more awesome Beyblade content. I've been Haru Ren, and remember, keep being serious about having fun. Bye!